What's up? How's everybody doing today? How's everybody doing? How's everybody doing today? How's everybody doing? I might have to pull my camera. Good morning, everybody. One of my tripods died today. You know, I am telling y'all, when you set out to do a goal and you want this goal to connect with people and you want to grow, when I tell you the devil be busy, when I tell y'all that, I mean that, y'all. Understand what I'm saying? Understand what I'm saying? You know, like people be straight up busy trying to knock you off your square. You know what I'm saying? People be straight up trying to knock you off your square. But you have to be the type of person, you guys. You just have to keep going. No matter what's going on, you got to keep going. I just want to pin a few things here. You know what I'm saying? Oh my God, it's crazy. You know, I'm going from my showcase. Yes. Yes. All right, y'all. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome in, welcome in. Who's that in here? Do I see? Good morning, you guys. We are working out this morning. I'm about to get on this treadmill real fast, or this walking pad. I'm pulling it up just a skosh because, yes, hey, who's that? Angel, how you doing, Angel? How's it going? Yes. Boy, we are just working out on our walking pad this morning. I'm getting ready to get started. I feel like I'm crooked, but it'll be okay. Let me get my watch going. Yes, we're going to go ahead and get some walking in this morning. I walk on a 5% incline, you guys, so that's what I'm doing today. I got a 5% incline going. Yes, 5% incline. I walk at 3.2 miles an hour. Hey, Andrea, hey girl, how you doing? How you doing? We are back. We are back at it. You hear me? You hear me, Andrea? We are back at it today. We are not playing. We're just warming up this morning. One of my tripods died, y'all. I literally have my other phone on a table tripod. And I was just saying that whenever you set out and have a goal, trust that stuff is going to go crazy. And it feels like the universe just be testing you to see your resolve. It seems like, good morning, the quiet one. It seems like the universe just wants to see how serious you are. Hey, Eric Butler. Is that Butler? Or Bueller? Eric Bueller? Yeah, it just seems like the universe wants to see if you're going to give up when challenging things happen. Today, I couldn't even put together, hey Ty, Divine Morning, I couldn't even get my tripod to work. It was messed up, so it basically completely broke. I've had that tripod, I can't tell you how long. But today, while we were getting ready to get it in, it broke. You guys, I am feeling some pain on my left knee for some reason today. I do not know why, but I just wanted to let you know. Yes, yes. Hey, you hurt your knee too? Oh my gosh, girl, I don't know. I don't know if my knee just isn't tired some kind of way. I did a lot of going up and down the steps yesterday, washing clothes and all that. I don't know. I did a whole lot. Yes. Thank you so much, Andrea. Yes. Yes. Right. Yes, this is my weighted vest. Yes. So guys, it has been an interesting few days, I wanted to do our topic for today. You know, with every episode, every episode we come on, we got an episode. And today's is on finance and stress. And I just wanted to share some of the things that might be helpful to you guys that I learned at the recent Afrotech conference. I want to try to pay it forward as much as I can, okay? I want to try to pay it forward. And so my board is kind of back. I need to pull it up so I can see. But as you guys know, my name is Yasmin, and I started doing sort of these workout teachings, if you will, because I realized that, like, I'm not the only person who suffered from being anxious, suffered from mood swings and getting down. And I was really able to manage those things because of lifestyle changes. And so I wanted to share with you guys what are some of those changes that I've made. So every day, Monday through Friday, I've been coming on and sharing various tips and so forth. And so today, you know, financial stress. I wanted to talk about financial stress because that's something that I feel like we dealt with, you know, at the conference, because financial stress is stress. And it's hard to be optimistic when you're worrying about, you know, hey, how your family is going to eat, or, you know, how you can keep a roof over your head. And I remember when I got married, and my husband and I were living in Virginia at the time, and the job market wasn't very good in that area. And my husband had a decent job, but he wasn't making a lot of money. And I remember saying to him, my mom was living in DC area, and I remember saying to my husband, well, I'm going to go to DC. We already got married at this time. And I said to him, I'm going to DC to go look for a job. And he was like, what do you mean? I said, I can't be a struggling wife. I can't be a struggling wife. And he was like looking at me like, are you serious right now? And I just was like, I grew up working from the time I was 13 years old. I bought my own clothes. I bought my first car. I bought my second car. I had things, I bought my third car. But I'm just saying, by this time, I had already had 3 cars. I was 24 years old. And I was like, dude, I cannot sit back and accept simply what somebody else is going to give me. You know what I'm saying? And so my husband was like, okay. And I went up to DC, got a job in marketing, and then turned that job into a government contract when I was 25 years old. And so I've had off and on government contracts, y'all, for, you know, over 2 decades, right? But I started when I was 25 because I did not want to accept less. So where people might have been lucky to be making 19 or 20,000 back then, I had a corporate contract that paid me 44,000 at that time. And so I'm sharing this because when I went to this Afrotech conference, all the people who were working were people, obviously they're in the tech field, but as they shared about layoffs, they weren't getting laid off. They weren't getting laid off, right? And so we hear about all these different things that are going on right now, and it's like, well, who's keeping the jobs and who's working, you know? And so that's my topic that I wanted to share. I wanted to talk about today. And for me, it was hard
to be away from my husband for those, 9 months or so. I would go home on the weekends, or he would come up to DC. It was all of like 9 months, 10 months. That's about as long as it was, because once I turned it into a government contract, I was able to work from home, okay? And this is in the 90s, okay? It's the late 90s, almost 2000, okay? So I'm just saying, being able, I knew for myself that if I didn't have money to buy my own things, like, I'm just not that wife who's gonna be like, oh, well, I feel like I should have these 10 things, and I feel like it's my husband's responsibility. And he understood that. And so you have to be willing to check in with yourself and see what it is that's gonna make you happy. And I knew struggling in Southern Virginia at that time was not gonna make me happy, okay? It was not gonna make me happy. So, good morning, TT. Who just got the #1 gifter badge? Thank you so much. Thank you so much for liking the live. We are talking this morning about financial stress, and I'm just giving you guys some of the insight that came from the conference regarding finances and stress. Because a lot of people, we realize that when our finances are under duress, we are under duress. But I just wanted to talk about some solutions. I want to talk about some solutions today. I'm going to hop off so I can see. Yes. I'm going to hop off. Make sure you guys are hydrating and all of that. Make sure you guys are hydrating this morning. Woo, well, my knee doesn't feel so bad, so I'm helpful. I'm gonna just hit pause so I can come and check out my little comments real fast. Yes, you guys, I love my walking pad. It's so simple to use. All right, good morning. Yes. Thanks, Jay Mills. Yes. Hey, Jay Mills, how are you? How you guys doing? Yes. Hey, Ibrahim. Oh my gosh. Ty says she feeling some pain in her torn rotator cuff. This is a weighted vest. Terry McCauley, how you doing? Hey, Ayat Jalal, how you doing? Yeah, I just want to make sure I didn't miss it. Good morning, Lori Piper. How's it going? All right, I just want to say hey to the people. Good morning, everybody over in TT land. Yes. Oh my goodness. This is the first time I got this. Remove my background noise. So you guys can't hear me over here? It's because I'm so far away. Thank you so much. Let me just see here. Yes, Royalty 0627. Royalty 0627. Thank you so much. I just want to make sure I say good morning and acknowledge everybody. I wanted to just say good morning and acknowledge everybody. Yes, we are on today. We're talking about finance and stress this morning, y'all. Finance and stress. Now, you guys know, now I just felt a little twinge in my knee, but we're going to keep going. All right. I'm just doing it. I normally do 3.2, but I'm doing 3.0 actually because my right knee is acting crazy. I don't know why. All right, you guys. So what do you do? So one of the things that I wanted to share also in this financial stress. So over the weekend, I guess, this guy made this video. He was working for CBS. I don't know if you guys seen it. I'm sure it's at 1 million views or so. I saw it yesterday. It was at 800,000. And he's sharing how he was fired or laid off from his job. And he thought everybody in his department was laid off. And so he goes to everybody in his department and he's like, were you laid off? Were you laid off? Were you laid off? And all the white people told him they were not laid off. And every person of color in his department was laid off. And so this is why this kind of stuff is stressful. This is why this kind of stuff is, makes people like, this is why your finances are stressful. Because if this is true, this is what this guy is alleging. I did a video, and in the video, I have clips of him saying this. So this isn't me just like, making it up. That's stressful because you're thinking like, hey, I'm doing a good job. I'm coming and doing what I'm supposed to do. And now, because of the color of my skin, I'm being fired or laid off. So that's a stressful thing. And so I wanted you guys, please check out that video. If you haven't seen it or what have you, seen my video, please check it out on my YT on TikTok. I think on TikTok, it's at like 11,000 views or something like that for me already. All right, now, so one of the things that I sort of came away with from Afrotech was this idea that people in tech, because we need tech, have better stability and better holding power, right? So when I looked around the rooms and was meeting people and things like that, I noticed, good morning, Miss C. I noticed two people that fell in two categories were working. And that was the people who had jobs, who were in tech, and the people who were entrepreneurs, okay? Those are the two people, right? The people who were entrepreneurs, they're getting a check, and it's people who are working in tech. In fact, I connected with one of my people even because my department in August was closed down. We had a bunch of TV writers in our department, and they closed our department down, okay? But since I've always been an entrepreneur, I just transitioned it to getting clients. I just transitioned myself. But at Afrotech, two types of people are getting work. The tech people, software developer, engineers, people who are specialized in the tech field, and the other people, entrepreneurs, okay? Now, a lot of us are not entrepreneurs, but a lot of us aren't tech people. And so while I was there, I asked one of the speakers, well, if you're not a tech person, and you want a job in the tech field because you want, quote unquote, the stability of it, what is the way that you do it? What is the way that you go about getting that stability from tech? And let me tell you what they told me, okay? Hey, Elizabeth Jinx, what they said was, if you go on to ChatGPT, okay? This is what they said. I'm giving you a free game this morning. Free game that was not free because I paid to go to the conference, right? But this is what they said do. Go on to ChatGPT and put what your skills are, right? And this would be the prompt. If y'all are trying to move your careers into tech, y'all should probably stop what you're working out doing and just write this down, record it, whatever. But here you go. Here's the prompt. I would like to move into a high demand job in the tech field. These are my current skills. Please give me a list of jobs that would be applicable for me, okay? That's what the prompt is, right? Because basically what you're doing is saying, hey, I want to work in the tech field in an area that's in demand. Again, job security, right? If there's ever such a thing. And then what you're going to do is you're going to put in your skills, because say your skill is you have multiple skills. That's the other thing that people don't really realize. Your skill might be multi-layered, right? Like for me, I'm a writer, sure, but I've written books, podcasts, movies, TV shows, right? Marketing materials, right? Sales sheets. And so what happens is be specific. Do not worry about giving the AI too much information in terms of your skill set, okay? So that's your prompt, okay? If you're somebody who's like, you know what, I want to try to work in tech and I don't know how to get started, I just gave you your prompt. You're welcome, people. You're welcome to Start Your Day with a Win with your girl Yasmin Shiraz. I am trying to make sure that we are starting our day with a win today. That's what I'm doing. I'm trying to make sure that we start our day with a win. My knee is tweaking right now. It's feeling a little funny. I walked a little bit yesterday with my weighted vest. I did a lot of errands, as a matter of fact, with my weighted vest. Now, the weighted vest people say, don't do this. But do y'all remember, last week or the week before, there was a guy on YT. He was like, the weighted vest does work. You just got to get your butt off the couch. Do y'all remember that guy? Yes, I always remember people like that. And basically, what he said was he wore his vest everywhere, and as a result, he lost 150 pounds. And so I said, yesterday, I had a lot of errands. So I said, you know what? Let me go ahead and let me try to wear this thing while out on my errands. And so that's what I did. And now my knee is like, you did too much with this weighted vest on. All right, y'all. So we're just walking today until we get to our kettlebells. We're going to wrap up our lesson in just a moment. I'm going to get into entrepreneurship, which is one of my favorite topics. I've been lecturing on entrepreneurship, again, decades. I used to have a tour that went to college campuses called How to Get into the Entertainment Business. I've had, talks and things called, how to make your side hustle your main hustle, where it's been booked at libraries across the country. And so when they talk about entrepreneurship and how entrepreneurs always find a way to get money, it's true. Because of how many things that you can write off as an entrepreneur tax-wise, your car repairs, percentage of your home space that you're using for your office, your cell phone. There's so many things that your food, like your meals when you go out to a restaurant, your travel, so much things that you can write off that an entrepreneur who's making $50,000 of a side hustle, that might feel like $100,000 to somebody who has a job. And the reason being is because all of the things that they are writing off on their tax bill means that they don't have to pay for it, okay? Meaning they don't have to pay for it. A lot of people will see entrepreneurs with these expensive cars, and they can't figure out, well, why are they so flashy, or why do entrepreneurs have these flashy cars? And people think that it's just because they make a lot of money. That's actually not why. Say, for example, you go and you buy a car, and the tax code for this was like 2000 and something, 5, 6. I remember buying a luxury vehicle, and I could write off $10,000 a year for 6 years because of taxes. So you just imagine if you owe $10,000 worth of taxes because you work a job, and I work for myself, and I owe $10,000 worth of taxes. If I had bought me an expensive car, okay, and I'm using it for consulting, I don't have to pay my tax, my $10,000, right? And so that is something that a lot of people don't understand about entrepreneurship. You do not have to be making a ton of money for it to have value for you and your family. All right. Good morning, Rose. How are you? Elizabeth Jinks, how are you doing? We are almost off of here. I want to give y'all 2 last tips on entrepreneurship before I move on this morning. What business can you start with no money? If people are thinking about, you know what, maybe I can become an entrepreneur, start Googling, start ChatGPTing, start asking what businesses can you start with no money. Now, there are a lot of people on the internet, on social media, y'all, telling you you can make money doing this, you can make money doing that. And some of them are telling you the truth. But what I have found about these gurus is that they leave the real trail to the bag. They leave that empty, right? So say, for example, it's 10 steps to get to the bag. The bag is on step 10, correct? They'll tell you steps 1 to 7. But once they get to 7 to 10, they will leave you hanging, right? And so what I'm saying is that you have to be strategic and multi-layered in your research to find out what's going to make money for you, okay? Like, for example, I've seen this lady on TT, and she talks about the medical delivery business, right? And, you're supposed to be able to make so much more money than, say, driving for Uber or driving for Lyft or driving for Uber Eats or whatever. But to get those contracts for the people to pay you, that's something that you have to also do. So the big sell of the sizzle, you can make more money than driving from Uber doing these medical supplies, but they're not telling you, okay, this is how you get these medical contracts or the likelihood that you're going to get them. So that's the point that I'm saying to you guys, that there are people out here who are selling and who have a lot of ideas. And I'm not saying that they're bad people, and I'm not saying they're wrong. But what I'm saying is that if the bag happens after the 10th step, and they're only giving you 1 through 7, you need 3 more steps to get to the bag. And you may have to figure out how to get to that bag 7 to 10 steps on your own. All right? So we are moving along, you guys. We have 24 and a half, okay? Another thing for entrepreneurs, if you're thinking about becoming an entrepreneur, what are your hobbies? What are your passions? What are you good at? What are you good at? That's something that is very important, because you can turn your hobbies to a business, okay? Is there anything that you're good at? And then say, for example, here would be an excellent way to research it. Say you're somebody who makes quilts, okay? Say you're somebody who makes quilts, and you want to know, can you have a quilting business, okay? One of the ways that you go into ChatGPT again, go into one of these AI research models and ask the question, what are the steps to start a quilting business, okay? If you have, yes. Oh, yes, you have, Todd says she has medical content delivered from freelancers. Great, thank you for that. I currently looking for a good job. I'm looking for a kennelist or, oh wow, dog groomer's job, okay? Absolutely. Well, good, y'all can throw some stuff out there. I can doggone do rapid fire with you on that. But the point that I was trying to make is that you can go into ChatGPT and literally say if you want to do a quilting business, and I'm gonna deal with your kennelist thing in a second, you could literally type in, what are the steps to start a quilting business? Is this a good, how do I market to my customers? How do I find my customers? What kind of website should I do, okay? You could literally type these things in, okay, and get answers and begin to test those things, okay? Because let's face it, ChatGPT be wrong sometimes, right? And so the whole thing is you have to have an attitude about, I'm gonna keep investing in myself until I make it, right? And you're gonna keep investing in yourself even then, but set those goals for you, okay? Now, kennelist or dog groomsmen. I don't know if you're on social media. Obviously, Elizabeth, I know you're on YT. But say, for example, if you like dog groomsmen work, okay? You could literally, if you have dogs yourself, right, and you have a social media page, you could name your social media page something that's going to attract people looking for a dog groomer. So, right, you could call it Dog Grooming by Liz, right? Okay, now, you're then going to put pictures, before and after pictures, of you know what, in order to get my business going, I'm going to groom 10 dogs just to show people that I can do it, okay? And Elizabeth, again, I don't know anything about you. You might have a page already with 1,000 things, so just work with me right here, okay? You're going to put them on your social media, on your Instagram, on your TikTok, on your YouTube, whatever. And you're going to hashtag dog groomer. You're going to hashtag where you are, okay? Say you're in Chicago, dog groomer Chicago, right? You're going to use those hashtags so people can find you, okay? All right? Now, that's one way to get people to come to you, all right? The other way is to use social media and go onto the Instagrams of the world, go onto the TikToks, and see if there are already dog grooming companies that are on social media in your area, okay? And be willing to have social media proof of what you do. I have a picture of me and Nick Cannon on one of my TikTok posts, but I have it buried behind like 3 photos. So you're only gonna see it if if you're like intentional, right? And I do that on purpose because it's only for me to say to somebody when they say, oh, well, what kind of people have you done podcasts with, or what kind of whatever, I can go right to that post and they can go, oh, got you, right? So that's the type of stuff. Use your social media as proof of who you are, okay? Because in this competitive 30 minutes, you guys, in this competitive job market, you do have to prove who you are. You do have to prove your value, okay? And so just think about, for yourself, just think about how can you prove yourself, all right? All right, you guys, make sure you get some hydration. Let me see. Yes, Zareen, how you doing? Yes, hey, Zareen, how's it going? Yes, okay. All right, Zareen, you're a certified engineer. Okay, all right. What does a certified engineer do? Good morning, TT. How y'all doing? Y'all quiet today. Good morning, TT. How y'all doing? How you feel? What's going on with you? Okay, you did Tommy Nobis Center for a while, Elizabeth Jane. Okay. All right. Yes, you're a certified engineer. All right. But I think right now, like I remember when I was getting started as an entrepreneur. Like, listen, you guys, it was a while ago All the information is out here at your fingertips. I didn't have any of that information available, right? So I was using phone books and I was using all sorts of stuff to try to, make it happen and make connections and stuff like that. And our phones are literal computers, right? Our phones are literal computers. And so we need to be using these phones, networking with people, introducing ourselves to people, like letting them know, hey, this is who I am, this is what I do, I would love to work with you. Like, don't be afraid to like cold call people, or DM, hop in somebody's DMs, or, find out that they have an email and email them. Do not be afraid. Do not be afraid, because as I told you guys the other day, the people who you're looking for are looking for you. And a lot of people do not believe that, and that's why they don't have success in that way. But when I tell you, when you start just saying, okay, I got to figure this out, all right, who's going to be my clients? You just got to keep on stepping one foot in front of the other and keep on like trying different things and use stuff like ChatGPT to help you. All right, y'all, let's go ahead and do 20 kettlebell swings. I went into Dick's yesterday to try to get me a 20-pound kettlebell. Let me tell y'all what happened real quick. First of all, y'all, that 20-pound kettlebell is crazy. That thing didn't feel like I would be able to do one kettlebell swing. So I'm looking for a black one that's like 18, or I'm gonna get the Bowflex kind that adjusts, because 15 to 20, y'all, I don't know. That thing, I went into the store yesterday and I lifted that thing up, girl, y'all, I don't even think I would have been able to do even 5. So I just wanted to let y'all know. Yeah, well, that's good. Oh, you don't know how to groom? Well, then you need an internship, Elizabeth. 1, 2, 3, I don't know, 4, 5 in this market, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I wonder how Miss V is doing today. 14, 15. We ain't seen her today. 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Man, woo, y'all. I missed my kettlebells while I was in Texas last week. Yes. Wow. All right. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know how people learn dog grooming, Elizabeth. And that's another thing. Again, just because you don't know how to do something, the prompt would be, I want to get into the dog grooming field. I've never groomed a dog before. How do I get into it? Because again, hey, Miss V. I didn't see you come in today. And so, you know what I'm saying? Use the AIs to tell you what you need to know. And that's what I'm saying, that when I got started, yeah, oh my gosh, good luck. You guys, Miss V is saying that she has a job interview today. And so we want to encourage her. All right, yes, any tips? Yes, go in with a strong handshake, okay? People can detect your energy off of your handshake, okay? And I already know you got a good handshake because you have good handshake energy. So if you're going to go to an interview, okay, always, don't be timid like, oh, I don't know if they're going to give me the job. Don't shake the hand like that. Shake the hand like, I'm glad to meet you, and I'm sure you're glad to meet me too. Say it with your chest, but with your hand, okay? Boom. Okay? Boom. Okay? So that's good. Make sure your posture is good. I know somebody was talking about my posture today, or they didn't know what was going on with my vest. Make sure you're sitting up straight. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you're doing that. And then have questions. I don't know what kind of job it's going to be, but have questions. If you can Google them before your interview, ask them questions that aren't yes or no questions. Yes or no questions are easy work. You will always impress an interviewer by asking a question like, how did you all grow from this to this, right? That's a question for you, Miss V. How did you grow from this to this? What are some of the biggest challenges facing your company? And that's just off the top. What are some of your greatest challenges facing your company now, okay, in this economy in 2025? People love that because what that says is that you care about the company. So you already gonna come across completely different than the other people. All right, you're welcome. You know I love y'all, so I'm like, hey, y'all got some job and finance questions? Go ahead, ask them up. It's all good. All right, y'all, 20 to 40, let's do it. 20, 21, I'm so happy for you though. 22, 23, 24, I'm so happy for you. 25, 26, 27, I love 28, 29, 30. I love seeing people win. 31, 32. A lot of people don't, but I sure do. 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40. I always hear this quote that says, if you hang around 4 successful people, you'll be the 5th. If you hang around 4 broke people, you'll be the 5th, okay? And that's true. Like being around people who are successful, it rubs off on you because you start to think like, okay, what are they doing that I should be doing? You know what I'm saying? And that's why, again, in our group, in our little group here, right? Start your day with a win. That's the type of mentality I want all of us to have. How can we win? How can we come up? How can we keep growing? How can we diversify, you know? And I know in the Black community, a lot of times no one talks to us about economics. Nobody talks to us about finances. Now, I will say my mom did talk to me about finances, did talk to me about mutual funds, did talk to me about savings and things like that. But I'm sure that I've taken what she's taught me and I took it to a whole nother level. And now with my daughter, I'm really trying to teach her like, hey, you're doing this and this. Okay, now let's go ahead and take it up a couple more rungs on the ladder. All right. Yes, Augustina Gutierrez, you're a caregiver. Okay, yes. Hey, Natasha and Sherry's channel or Chanel, how you doing? How you doing? We're just talking about finances today while we get our kettlebell swings in, you guys. Yes, we're just doing that. If you guys have any questions about financial stress and what you do, I find that saving money helps me to lower my stress. I find, living beneath my means helps me to reduce financial stress, you know. How did I start my YouTube channel? You know what? You just start. You just get up on that joint and just start talking. I mean, people act like it's more difficult than that. But you know what? You know what, the quiet one? You have to come up with what you want to talk about. You know, and I do some celebrity analysis, 40, 41, and I do like 42, 43, 44. I like celebrity, 45, analysis, 46, 47. But 48, talk about 49, 50, the things that matter to you, right? Talk about the things that matter to you. When you decide to create your channel, right, the thing that you should be thinking about when creating a channel is, what do you want to talk about? Like, what do you want to be known for? And things might change over time. Like I used to do this channel, my YouTube channel, and I used to have these skits of a character from one of my books called Tisha Ariel Nicole. And she was a hip hop journalist because I was a hip hop journalist. And so I sort of created this character based on my life. And I used to wear this little red wig and, you know, we would be like, we would do all this stuff. It was so funny. But like I did that, but I don't really do Tisha anymore. I do more like I talked about Cardi B and Offset and how hypocritical he's being right now. And so when you start your channel, you really, oh, you're apprehensive about being on camera. My son is an introvert. I feel like I'm an introvert when I have to be. I feel like I'm an extrovert. Put it this way, I'm an extrovert when I know I have to be, but then otherwise I'm like, hey, let me chill out and think. All right, you guys, let's get our punches in. Let's get our punches in. I don't know what would make you feel comfortable. If that's the case, then I would get into, how can you have a faceless channel, the quiet one, and how would you have a faceless channel? Again, I would go on YouTube and I would look up how to create a faceless channel on YouTube. I would literally look it up because there are people who have found a way to do this and they're making money. Okay, so again, use the ChatGPTs of the world, the Claudes of the world. Use Google. Look that stuff up. I'm telling you. All right, you guys, let's go ahead and get our 30 on each side, right? Is that what we're doing? Guys, I tell you. All right, we're gonna one, boom, boom, two, punch, punch, three, punch, punch, four, punch, punch, five, punch, punch, six, punch, punch, seven, punch, punch, eight, punch, punch, nine, punch, punch, 10, punch, punch, 11, punch, punch, 12, punch, punch, 13, punch, punch, 14. All right, you guys. All right. We are punching today. If you are new here, yes, working out is good for your brain. It's not only good for your body. I tell people all the time, I really work out for my brain. Yes, I want to keep my weight down and all of that, and I want my clothes to be smaller. Yes, but I really work out for my brain because it helps me to keep my thinking going. It helps me to clear my thoughts, right? And when you don't do that, when you don't clear your thoughts and you don't clear your head, this just seems like a bunch of stuff is up in there. All right, y'all, let's go from 15. Let's go from 15 to 30. Punch, punch, 15. Punch, punch, 16. Punch, punch, 17. Punch, punch, 18. Punch, punch, 19. Punch, punch, 20. Punch, punch, 21. Punch, punch, 22. Punch, punch, 23. Punch, punch, 24. Punch, punch, 25. Punch, punch, 26. Punch, punch, 27. Punch, punch, 28. Punch, punch, 29. Punch, punch, 30. All right, we got 30 on that side. So that's what I would do. If you guys, people who are shy about appearing on camera, and again, you are who you are, and that's okay, right? But I would look up faceless YouTube channels, Yeah, now you're okay. Well, hey, Natasha, and Charlotte, going live, I find really helps, right? So I don't know how old you are, but going live really helps because people are just like scrolling to their phones and they're like, oh, somebody's live. Let me check out what they're talking about, right? I feel like I get most of my new subscribers from live. So for me, for YouTube, right? I get most of my new subscribers from live. So that's probably, if you started going live, that would probably make a big difference for you. But I don't know if you're old enough, so I'm not encouraging you because you might be underage, okay? but what is the regulation for your age group to go live? That's what you need to be finding out. All right, y'all, let's do 30 on this side. Punch, punch, uppercut. Punch, punch, 2. Punch, punch, 3. Punch, punch, 4. Be intentional. Punch, punch, 5. Be intentional. Punch, punch, 6. Punch, punch, 7. Punch, punch, 8. Punch, punch, 9. Punch, punch, 10. All right, right. So going live, I find really helps. I mean, when I started going live, like my numbers on YT, they just started growing. Like, I mean, they really started growing pretty quickly. And if I go live, like on the weekends, I don't get as many followers because I really don't go live on the weekends. And so that's something that if you're faceless, again, figure out how you can go live. You don't have to be doing it in a traditional sense like what I'm doing. Oh my gosh, you have to have a certain number of subscribers to go live? I didn't even know that. Y'all see, I don't even know. All right, I thought everybody could go live because that's, how many subscribers do you need to go live, y'all? Help me out with that. I didn't even know that. All right, y'all, where are we at? 10? All right, punch, 11. Punch, 12. Punch, 13. Punch, 14. Punch, 15. Punch, 16. Punch, 17. Punch, 18. Punch, 19. Punch, 20. All right, you have to have 50. Okay. Well, again, I don't know if you're talking to, folks at school or what have you, if you're on social media, but you're like, hey, this is something you could say. Hey, I want to go live. You guys follow me. I'm on a subscriber drive to get to 50 people. Okay? Punch, 20. Punch, 21. Punch, 22. Punch, 23. Punch, 24. Punch, 25. Right? Punch, 26. Like, don't give up. But a lot of times, punch, 27. Punch, 28. Punch, 29. Punch, 30. Okay. Yes, quiet one. That's true. That's true. I do realize that, and that's why I don't take it for granted, right? I don't take it for granted. I do realize it, but like the other cheat code for me is I've been a professional speaker since like 1995. So if I couldn't come up here and just talk to y'all, it would be a problem, right? So I realize that, and everybody doesn't have that skill. Now, if you want to develop how to be, if you're like, hey, I just want to be able to speak or whatever, then you can go to Toastmasters and things like that. But again, the key is just to do it. But Natasha and Charlotte, before I let you go, or before we wrap up, I want to say this one thing. I went to this TikTok coach recently, like a month ago. And he said, one of the things that we need to do is we need to ask people to subscribe, right? And so at this point, when he's telling me this, maybe I'm at like 8,000 followers on TikTok, right? And so I would do videos and I would just get into whatever I was going to say. Like, boom, Offset is said, da-da-da-da-da, ba-ba-ba-ba, and I just keep rolling. Then I would be like, at the end, thanks for watching, see you next time. And this TikTok coach said, the easiest way to get subscribers is to ask for them. And I was like, what? So I started in every one of my videos, I now introduce the topic, and then I say, go ahead and follow this page because I'm going to break something down, right? And then I go into my content. I now have 11.2 thousand followers on TikTok using that strategy. And it's really been a short amount of time. And I would say it's because I'm asking. Yeah, I'm having some viral content. Sure, that helps. But it's because I'm asking people. All right, y'all, let's get to elbows and knees. So don't be like, as TLC Bat said back in the day, don't be too proud to beg. I ain't too proud to brag. I ain't too proud to beg. I ain't too proud to beg. Exactly. All right, so don't be afraid to say, follow this channel for latest updates. Follow this channel, da-da-da-da-da. Say that, right? So people will follow you. You know what I mean? Because people will respond to like, oh, she's asking me for the follow. Let me go ahead and follow her. I don't typically do that in my lives, but I do those in my video. All my videos, I say that now. And it has affected my growth. All right, y'all, elbows to knees. We already did our punches. Let's do it. 1, 2, get these knees up. 3. Oh, Lord, I need to do my weight. I knew it was going too easy. It was too easy, y'all. It was too easy. It was too easy. What was 3? Okay. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10,
11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Woo! I'm feeling it. 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 Yes, I'm feeling it. Yes. All right, y'all. If you have a little pound weight, go ahead and put that up. Put that in there. Yes, and respond to all your comments, you guys. And I have to do better on that. But respond to all your comments. I do really good on TikTok with that. And I got to do better on YouTube as well. Just respond. Thank you for watching. Whatever. Unless they saying some crazy stuff, then delete it and don't respond. All right, y'all. Let's go. 15 to 30. 15. 16. 17. 18. 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, woo, 26, 27, 28, woo, 29, 30. And also quiet one, right? Like, you know, again, if you want to speak, be a speaker, and, do a channel and come on channel or what have you, just look up different tools to be like different tools to say how to become a better speaker, how to become a more confident speaker. If you want to do that, just look this up. I'm telling y'all, I'm so proud of you, Natasha and Charlotte. That's great. When I was in college, as a sophomore at Hampton, I failed public speech the first time. Do you hear me, quiet one? I failed it. That would be with an F, just in case anybody wants to know. That would be with an F. Now, y'all see me up here, and I can talk to y'all about anything, anytime, rapid fire, it doesn't matter. What changed? When I was a sophomore in college, a lot was going on. My parents had gotten a divorce. My brother was going through different things. I was emotionally a mess. And so I couldn't come in front of the class and speak because I didn't have any confidence, right? I didn't have any confidence, right? So I couldn't come up there and do a good job because, thank you so much, Natasha. Thank you so much. I could not come and be strong in my communication because I didn't have any confidence. I had to take speech again and as a senior because at Hampton, they will not graduate you without having passed communications. My second time I took it, I got an A. And my professor was like, what was the difference between last time and this time? And I was like, well, I stopped worrying about what my family was going to do, and I started thinking about what I needed to do. You see what I'm saying? So you know what I mean? I don't know if that helps you at all, quiet one, but let's go ahead and get 30 over here. 1, Ty, you quiet. How you doing? 2, 3, 4, 5. Miss V, how you doing? 6, 7. Y'all aren't quiet today. 8, 9. I want to make sure you guys are okay. 10, 11. Come on, y'all. 12, 13, 14, 15. We're doing what we got to do today. Yes, we're doing. Yes, Natasha and Charlotte, make sure you do all your work at school and do all that, but come back and visit us. All right. So was that 15, you guys, or was that 10? I wasn't paying attention. Was that? Yes, I just got a word. That's good. That's absolutely right. That's absolutely right. I'm here. What, Miss V, are we on 10 or 15? I think that was 10. That was 15? Okay, thank you so much. Thank you, y'all. Y'all know it's hard to talk and keep up with count. All right, y'all. Let's go ahead and go 15, 16, 17. Miss V, I hope you wrote down those things for your interview. 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. Whoa. 23, 24, 25. Okay.
What are the greatest challenges that you are facing in your business right now? All right. All right, 25. I think that was 25. Woo. 25. Ouch. 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. Okay. But just, be as confident. Okay, wonderful. Be as confident as you can. Walk in there like you already have the job. You know what I'm saying? All of that stuff really helps. All right, you guys. I know I've been running my mouth today, so let's go ahead and yes. Oh, good. Final exams. Yes. Congrats on your sit-ups, Elizabeth. Congrats on your sit-ups. Yes. And I know you have, Elizabeth, you have the little, what is he, 2 years old? How old's your little baby? I know you have a child. All right, y'all. Let's get from 50 to 100. I know I've been running my mouth today, but I hope that this finance and stress and all this stuff, and you guys want to talk about YouTube, I hope that this stuff really helps. I'm trying to grow my community to 100,000 women, particularly, although I like my men to come in and be supportive as well, but I'm really trying to grow my audience as well. And again, I want a community. I don't simply want an audience of people who are just clicking in and clicking off. I want people that we can build and grow with. You know what I'm saying? People who are vested in what we're doing and what I'm talking about in terms of growth and financial wellness and, health and like what vitamins should we be taking and how are we aging better? I want people who care about that. I don't want just people who are like, oh, hey, let me come on here and give you a crass comment for the day and keep it moving. Like, I don't want those people. You know what I'm saying? I want real ones that I can say, y'all, thank you, Miss V. So I can say, y'all, remember when we was doing this? And now we're doing this challenge. And now we're doing this challenge. Because I got something for you, Miss V, tomorrow. Wait till tomorrow get here, Miss V. I got something for y'all. Y'all going to be like, she be thinking about us even when we ain't on here. All right, y'all, we're going to keep on going. Let's go from 50 to 70. We got this thing. 50, 51, 52. Come on, y'all. 53. 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70. Woo! All right, you guys. We have 70 today. We have 70 kettlebell swings today, you guys. We're going to keep it moving. I got to figure out, I'm trying to boycott Christmas this year to send to America that you cannot just fire people and it be okay. And I need that daggone heavier kettlebell. And I think I want to get my stair step right here to mix up my workouts. So I'm thinking about that. Oh my goodness, you're able to do 5 sit-ups. That's really good. Oh my God, is Charlotte your sister? Are you Natasha and she's Charlotte? All right, y'all, we did 50 to 70. Let's go ahead and go from 70 to 90. Remember, you guys, we can do hard things and everything. We've been doing, you guys, you know how I told y'all a few weeks ago, I had tried these Ajayu skin tone pad. Man, this thing has gotten rid of, like I had so many dark marks on my face. And now them things have just like, they have really pulled, I mean, it's crazy. It's crazy how some stuff will actually work. Because my God, we know there's some snake oil out there, don't we? All right, y'all, 70 to 90. Let's make it hot, y'all. 70 to 90. 70, 71. All right. Welcome in, Laylee. Welcome in. 72, 73, 74, 75, 76. Come on, y'all. 77. Let's finish strong. 78, 79, 80. I'm moving a little faster. 81, 82, 83, 84, 85, 86, 87, 88, 89, 90. Woo! All right, 90 y'all. We got 10 more and we get to call it a wrap for today. We're doing a good job. All right, we got 10 more to do. We're gonna get that done. And I'm gonna be working on mission critical things. Another thing, guys, I wanted to say, if anybody is thinking about becoming an entrepreneur, another good idea of trying to decide if you're going to become an entrepreneur is what things are you willing to do that other people don't want to do. Have you guys ever seen them pooper super companies, them pooper scooper people? Like they'll come around and you can like say you got a dog and you let them crap all in the yard or whatever, and you don't really want to scoop up the poop. These people literally come with a little pooper vacuum, right? A little portable joint, and they come and they'll walk your yard and they'll scoop all the poop for you. Now, to me, I don't have a dog, but I can see how that would be a great service to offer somebody. So a lot of times, think about the stuff that people don't want to do. If you can create a business like that, you'll always have customers. Come on, somebody. All right, y'all. Let's do 90 to 100. I'm just saying, I'm giving y'all out some free game this morning. You know? Yes, dog walkers. Yes, dog walkers. One of my daughter's first jobs, she was a dog walker. And she would get people, I'm telling you, people will hire her. I mean, she did this as a teenager. Okay? 90, 91, 92, 93, 94, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99. Woo! 100. We did it, y'all. We got back on a Monday. All right, you guys. I appreciate you guys. We didn't go too far over time today, so I'm appreciating that. So I'm trying to get it where I'm right at 60 minutes because I know everybody has stuff to do. And your girl, I'm trying to get my mission critical things done. Yes, I do have a daughter. She's a grown person, Natasha. She's already graduated college with honors and everything. So she's a grown person. My son is a 4.0 college student right now. So he graduates in May. And so I wouldn't say I've been a super mom, but I sure have poured into my kids. Yes, I've poured into my kids because I want them to be great. I told them both they're going to give me allowance, you know. And my daughter was like, wait, what, Mom? What do you mean? I was like, an allowance, hey, for your mom. I don't know. It sounds great to me. So, but when they were little, that was one of the reasons why I was an entrepreneur, because I wanted to be available for them when they needed me. And so as a result, they are really two dynamic individuals. They're really dynamic people, and they do really great work. My daughter's a celebrity photographer. I think I shared that with you. And so when I was at this conference last week, she was there. She had a bunch of clients, was just killing it, doing all this different work. I was her assistant, y'all. She paid me with a slushie and some food. I was like, I don't know. I think this is against the law. You got to pay your assistant more than with food treats, right? But we had a great time. And so I always tell, I know, Elizabeth, you have a young child, but parents, pour into your kids, pour into them and teach them what is possible. You know what I'm saying? As Masterpiece said, no limit. Why did he name this company No Limit Records? Because he believed there was no limit to what he could do. And teach your kids that. Teach them that there's no limit of what they can come up with. Yes. Oh, thank you so much. But yeah, exactly. A mother-in-law. Well, I got my own crib, but you know what? But yes, quiet one. That's what we're talking about. But Natasha and Charlotte, I'm gonna be gone by the time you probably get up with your sister, because I got some other stuff I gotta do. But come back tomorrow. Make sure you stay on your studies. Make sure you ask people for your subscriptions. The quiet one. Make sure if you want to go faceless, it's okay. But if you want to have that confidence, just start looking up, how can I develop more confidence as a speaker? It's okay. Miss V, good luck on your interview today. Remember, a firm handshake, okay? Walk in there like, you're the best thing since sliced bread, okay? That's what's going. I come on 8:30 in the morning, 8:30 to 9:30 a.m. every morning. And I got to upgrade my stuff. I got to get my stuff a little heavier. But we'll be doing that tomorrow. So please come back. I want to hear, because we're going to celebrate you when you get to 50 subscribers. And we know you can do it. Just be like telling people. If you ever look at Kai Cenat's old YouTube videos, he is like, hey, this is Kai Cenat. Subscribe to my channel. Da 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 da. Be inspired. He was like, a teenager too, just like you. Be inspired by him. I'm inspired by him, and I'm way older than him. And he inspires me every day. I swear to you. That young man, his mom and them, they did all right. Because I'm telling you, he's inspiring. So I'll see you guys tomorrow at 8:30, okay? Have a good one, and I will see you next time.